Ladies and gentlemen, 10 years in the making, and we continue this annual summer tradition. Welcome to Civil War. Syndicate Championship Wrestling proudly brings to you another episode here. I am your hostess with the mostest, Shaggy Black, here to bring you some of the hardest hitting fake virtual fighting this side of the internets. Thank you all for tuning in here on YouTube. We definitely appreciate you. This is our second major event of the year, and folks, this one has a special place in my heart. We've done this since, I guess, if I can be real here for a second, we've done this since WWE 2K14, but we really didn't kick off until WWE 2K15, and from We Got Wrestling all the way now to Syndicate Championship Wrestling. 10 years, man. This has been incredible. And folks, man, thank you all for tuning in. We're going to continue to give you some of the best virtual action here tonight. I'm going to stop with the yap session. Let's head down to the ring for our first contest of the evening.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the SCW Underground Championship.
This for the Strong Style Title, kicking it off here tonight in Digital Denver, Colorado. Here comes the main man, Big Elijah Hendricks. Elijah Hendricks, of course, burst on the scene here, picking up an impressive victory at his debut match at Malice in Wonderland, and it's been a crazy few weeks for this man. You know what I'm saying? He has definitely shown up and showed out in every match he's been in since his arrival. But now, this is his time to prove to everyone, once and for all, that he belongs here in Syndicate Championship Wrestling. And what a way to prove yourself than picking up your first SCW Championship. He's gonna have some stiff competition here tonight. Boy, oh boy, he is ready. You see Elijah pacing in the ring, but here it comes, man, because pimping ain't easy, especially when that Chicago wind blows this man in. It is our Strong Style Champion, Antoine Cartier, dressed in all blue, red. Man, that is one stylistic choice from the Strong Style Champion. As you see, he has the Strong Style title raised above his shoulder. You know, Antoine Cartier and Elijah Hendricks had some few words for each other. And Cartier is, again, having any and all challengers step up, but he's going to prove that Hendricks is just a flash in a pan. And of course, the Strong Style Champion has had some incredible title defenses, and proving that he is one of, if not the toughest man in SCW. Like, I've definitely seen this man get thrown into a car window full speed and still found a way to win. Can he do that again tonight without going in through a car window? Of course, our first contest is for the Strong Style Championship. Let's hit back to the ring for ring introductions.
Introducing the challenger from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 275 pounds, the Dream, Elijah Hendricks. And his opponent from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 200 pounds, the SCW Underground Champion, Antoine Cartier.
Cartier ready, looking at that strong style title, willing to put his body on the line to defend it. Meanwhile, Hendricks looking to capture his first title here in SCW. And of course, this is the first of 3 title matches here on this card. Who will come out Strong Style Champion? Now, for those who don't know, the Strong Style title has a set of rules, a 20-minute time limit. You can only win by submission or knockout, and there's the bell. And of course, you see Antoine Cartier trying to, and lands a drop kick. But again, the only way you can win this match is by submission or knockout. And also, there is a 20-second ring out along with a 20-minute time limit. If it comes down to the time limit draw, all the judges in the back will determine who is the winner. Meanwhile, oh, you see that heavy hand from Elijah Hendricks. Hendricks already looking ready to go. Showing the SCW faithful what he has in store for Cartier. And Cartier not having any of that, but Cartier throwing those lefts and rights. We've seen Cartier, of course, put that title on. But look at the submission. But look at the strength of Elijah Hendricks powering out of that. And now Hendricks has got Cartier up. This looks like a stalling suplex. And that man is up there for a while. Yes, and he comes down. Elijah Hendricks, of course, has had his run-ins with Bruce Stubbs. Of course, he's also faced Prince Youngblood on many occasions. So now, the test of time is him going after the champ. And what a spear from Antoine Cartier. And now Cartier throwing those left and rights. And we got our first busted open wrestler here tonight, as it is Elijah Hendricks with the crimson mask. He was busted right there from those punches from Cartier. And Cartier with the block. Elijah's gonna have a trouble seeing. Oh, and with a springboard forearm, he's had trouble seeing that. Of course, Cartier is gonna keep bringing the damage here. And of course, if you're Hendricks, you don't want that blood getting into your eyes. That's gonna blur your vision. Make it very hard to see. And look at the DDT from the champ. Antoine Cartier taking it to Hendricks, but Hendricks not laying down. Getting right back up and bringing the fight to Cartier. Now Hendricks looking to go for that submission. Couldn't get it. Now that reversal from Hendricks there. Now Hendricks with a back elbow to the face. And now you see Hendricks trying to dictate the speed of this match. And now Hendricks showing that strength. Deadlift power slam. My goodness. And look at that. Feet scrape on there with a leg drop. Now Hendricks picking up Cartier. Hendricks knocking Cartier right back down. But Cartier getting right back up. And Cartier defending himself right here, folks. Of course, like I said, we got 3. This is the first of 3 title defenses here tonight with the women's and men's title on the line. And Cartier looking, oh, Pimpin' ain't easy, misses. And then watch it, Hendricks, oh my God! Hendricks with that right hook. He's got the champ down. And now he goes back and wrenches back. And now you see Cartier trying to get back in it. Cartier just with a pull down right there. Cartier got right up from that titanium punch, but it looks like Cartier's busted open. It might have been that titanium punch. And now, Hendricks has Cartier up on his shoulders. Cartier, snake eyes in the corner. And now, Hendricks showing that strength, picking Cartier up. He's got him up. And, oh, backbreaker. And he's going to look like he might go for another one. Another backbreaker in the center of the ring. Of course, like I said, 3 title defenses, and of course, we have our annual Civil War Games match with Team Money Gang Inc. taking on Team Lionheart Combat Club. And look at the combination from Cartier. Twisted Hendricks up like a pretzel before laying him out. And now Cartier could be trying to end it. Could be Gator boots to the back of the head. But ref didn't call it. The ref didn't call it. Hendricks may still be in this match. Cartier's got to figure out what to do now. He's been in this position before. Gator boots may have not put his opponent away, but there's that shoulder tackle. Cartier has been here time and time again, and he knows how to win, how to defend his title and leave here. But if that Gator boots doesn't happen, it could be a gold standard or a street dreams that puts away his opponent. But Hendricks hyping himself up. Look at the blood just trickling down his face. And Hendricks, oh my God, Hendricks going up, dreams and nightmares. He has finished many matches with this. But it looks like Cartier is still in it, and Cartier's just bleeding. Hendricks trying to put Cartier away, but Cartier powers out. And now Cartier, tries to go for a springboard move. Didn't get all of it. Look at the strength from Hendricks. What a release suplex. And now Hendricks has got Cartier. No, Cartier blocks it. Hendricks probably was going for the dream state of mind. That submission maneuver we've seen before. And now, and look at this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh! We've seen that knee before. And now, trying to go for the submission. Center of the ring. Cartier doesn't have anywhere to go, but look at this. Cartier powering right out of it. But it goes for a pin, but he can pin. Pins aren't in this match. Now Cartier sending Hendricks to the ropes. And look at this, Cartier picking Hendricks up and dropping him down like yesterday's garbage. But Hendricks with the reversal. Hendricks drop down. Oh, that back elbow. And Hendricks looking for something. And Cartier got right out of the ring. And now Hendricks and Cartier going right at it. Cartier trying to get something. Hendricks couldn't get it. Hendricks is right out of it. Cartier backs off. Cartier's bleeding profusely, but connects that drop kick, and Cartier's out. Cartier's slow to get up, but Hendricks slow to get up as well. Hendricks in that corner, and Cartier hyping himself up. You can see the blood dripping. No! Big boot. Reversal. And look at this. Dream State of Mind is locked in. Dream State of Mind's locked in. We have a new champion. Holy hell. Hendricks did it. Hendricks took it to the Strong Style Champion. And he made Antoine Cartier do something I never thought I would see. And that was tap out. Cartier, one of the toughest men I have ever seen in SCW, has been defeated by a submission maneuver, tapping out to the dream state of mind, and we have a new
Here is your winner and new SCW Underground Champion, a dream Hendricks.
Congratulations to Elijah Hendricks picking up the W. We have a new Strong Style Champion. And man, oh man, that is well deserved. Man, what a way to kick off Civil War 2026. Thank you all for tuning in. If this is your first time watching us, again, we really do appreciate you. We would appreciate you a hell of a lot more if not only you hit that thumbs up button, that like button. If you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe. We're gonna have more things like this down the road, and we would love to have you join us. And if you want to know when we go live, every Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, noon Central for SCW Showdown, hit that bell notification icon and you will be alerted when we go live. Like I stated before, folks, this was our first of 3 title defenses we have here tonight, with the men's and women's championships coming down the line in our double main event. But coming up next, it is our newest tradition here at Civil War, and that is Civil War Games. Folks, this match has been brewing for a long time, so what better way to settle it with 8 men in 2 steel cages. And man, I can't wait to see it. It is Team Lionheart Combat Club taking on Team Money Gang Inc. And representing Lionheart Combat Club, we have Alex Perez, Leo Simmons, Kevin Youngblood, and as a bonus, we have the new SCW Television Champion, Leon Chase. Now, there was a reason why Leon Chase was added to this match, but before I delve into that, of course, Team Money Gang Inc. is represented by JT Money, one half of the tag team champions, Diaz Tatem, newest member of Money Gang Inc., J-Dubble, and of course, the hired mercenary, Solomon Stryker. Now, for those who are wondering and who probably haven't watched last week's episode, let me tune you into something. The SCW Television Championship changed hands last week here on Showdown when Leon Chase defeated Diaz Tatem for that television championship. And I tell you now, that match was pandemonium. But after the match and after Showdown, our beloved GM Ian Jacobs made a huge stipulation to this match. Leon Chase would be entering this match with the idea that if Money Gang Inc. wins, and whoever gets the pinfall, doesn't matter who, and it doesn't matter who they pin, they get a shot or a rematch for the SCW Television Championship. On the flip side, however, if the Lionheart Combat Club wins, they get a tag team title shot against Money Gang Inc.'s own Diaz Tatem and Reese Price. Now Reese Price is not in this War Games match because he will be defending his SCW World Championship later tonight against James Lee. But this match has huge implications to whomever wins, because Leon Chase needs Lionheart Combat Club, and the Lionheart Combat Club need to rely on Chase. But of course, they had their words, with Chase saying, "You just do your job and I'll do mine." Meanwhile, Kevin Youngblood of the Lionheart Combat Club is like, just pretty much stated, "Hey, stay out of our way and do not cost us our shot at the tag team championship." And meanwhile, Money Gang Inc., they have nothing to lose outside of a title opportunity, because honestly, they might be the more cohesive unit. Time can tell, but folks, I'm gonna stop jack-jawing now. It is time for Civil War Games.
The following is a men's War Games match. The rules of the match are as follows. 2 teams will be contained in separate cages, with 1 member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The team with the advantage will be the first to have a member released into the match. Once all competitors have entered, War Games officially begins. The match can be won by pinfall or submission. Exiting the cage will result in a forfeit. Now, let the war... Introducing first, from Brooklyn, New York, weighing in at 240 pounds, the SCW Television Champion, the Blueprint, Leon Chase.
Leon Chase is kicking off War Games for Team Lionheart Combat Club. And of course, he's got a lot riding on it because that title, what he just won last week, will be on the line if they lose. If Team LCC loses, Chase is going to have to defend that title against one member of Money Gang Inc. Of course, he put away Diaz Tatem, but the numbers games may come back to haunt him. He was lucky because Lionheart Combat Club stayed behind and just straight up had a brawl with Money Gang Inc. But who is going to be representing Money Gang Inc. here tonight? Oh, man. This just got very interesting.
And representing Money Incorporated from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 230 pounds, one half of the SCW Tag Team Champions, Yamashita
Diaz Tatem, the former SCW Television Champion, coming down to the ring, and this is what's going to kick off Civil War Games here tonight. The former SCW Television Champion taking on the new SCW Television Champion. Of course, he still has the tag team titles, but for how long will he have it? Now, of course, I will say this. Last week as well, Leo Simmons defeated J-Dubble one-on-one to give Team Lionheart Combat Club the advantage here at War Games. So it is going to be very interesting for Money Gang Inc. and how they can pull together. But now we're starting off with these two, and here we go. We see Chase have Tatem in the ring right now with two steel cages. And folks, I'm going to tell you like I tell you all the time in these big matches, big multi-man matches, I'm going to call it about as close as I can because these matches can get very hectic. As we see right now, Chase with the flapjack on Tatem. Of course, you know Money Gang Inc. has their war paint all on and got their colors, but so does the Lionheart Combat Club. All three members are still in the cage, but one member will be the first to come out. Meanwhile, what's Tatem doing? What the hell is Tatem doing? I don't even think this is Tatem. I fully think this is Yamashita's thinking. And Chase doesn't know. Oh my God! Oh my God! What the hell? Already starting off crazy is Tatem, or shit, Yamashita just jumps over the cage, jumps off the cage, right onto Chase. My God! Chase obviously still stunned, but getting right back up, and now Tatem fighting back. Tatem with the springboard. Oh! Catches that kick. It looks like we're gonna have our first entrant to the War Games match. Who's it gonna be from Team Lionheart Combat Club? And it's Kevin Youngblood. Meanwhile, Tatem's on the top rope. What's Tatem thinking? Tatem, oh! With a code breaker. Meanwhile, we see Kevin pulling out a stop sign, making sure the crowd sees it, and Kevin trying to get any weapon he can in the ring. Meanwhile, Tatem going, and looks like Chase picks up that stop sign, but Tatem knocks it out of his hand. And now Tatem tries to go for something, doesn't get all of it, but got enough. Meanwhile, Kevin's not even in the cage yet. He's got that kendo stick and a sledgehammer. And now now Kevin has entered the ring, and it's just Chase and Kevin Youngblood against the singular member of Money Gang Inc. And Kevin already introducing himself with Jessica, the Sledgehammer. Or Bianca, excuse me. Jessica's Bianca's sister. But you see now these two men are gonna enjoy beating the hell out of Diaz Tatem. Kevin once called Tatem the tweaker, and I still don't think Kevin calls Tatem by his name. But now Tatem's going to get some help, and look at Chase with the stop sign. Kevin tossing Tatem aside. Chase throwing that stop sign on Tatem. And out the way standing. And now here comes a Money Gang Inc. member. It looks like J-Dubble is making his way down. Tatem is taking very good care of himself in this ring. Now J-Dubble doesn't have a weapon, and look at Tatem swinging that kendo stick like a Louisville slugger. Oh! And look at this, Tatem with the mist right in the Youngblood's face. Youngblood's blinded, and now J-Double's got that kendo stick beating the hell out of Kevin. Now he's taking his eyes to Chase, and Chase with the architect slam to J-Dubble. Tatem taking it to Chase, but Chase with the reversal. Nice little forearm. And now Kevin's got that stop sign. I don't know how the hell he could see. But Kevin throwing that stop sign on J-Dubble. And look at that. Leon Chase. Leon Chase hits the final draft. And now Kevin picking up J-Dubble. He's going for those power bombs. There's a 2. Do he have one more in him? Yes, 3 power bombs delivered. Chase throwing that stop sign on Tatem. Countdown's begun. We're getting ready to get another member of the Lionheart Combat Club. Who's it gonna be? And it is the suplex machine, Leo Simmons. Now Kevin taking it to J-Dubble. Of course, these two have had their beef. And I know J-Dubble didn't want to get his hands on Kevin for a while. Look at this, Kevin also taking to Tatem. Triple power bombs. There's 2 and a 3rd to the former SCW television champ. And now look at this, Kevin locking in the sharpshooter to Tatem. But Tatem wisely rolling right out. Oh, but Simmons hitting Tatem with that stop sign. And now Simmons got that kendo stick, and Kevin's got that, he's got Bianca the sledgehammer. And now look at Kevin, what's Kevin thinking? Kevin's got him over a powerbomb, and this hits him again with another powerbomb. Chase, oh look at this, blood everywhere. J-Dubble might have been busted open. And oh, but Tatem trying to fight back. Tatem gets hit with Bianca the sledgehammer. And now Leo Simmons got J-Dubble up. Oh, wait! Leo Chase hits Tatem with the right. That's how he won the SCW Championship. And now it looks like Money Gang Inc.'s going to be able to get some help here. Who's coming out representing Money Gang Inc.? Final draft hits. And it is JT Money. JT Money gonna wait. He's making a pit stop. He's going for some weapons in the ring. Now he's got another kendo stick. He's throwing that in there. Look at this, man. It is just Team LL's like LCC beating the hell out of Tatem and J-Dubble. But look at that. Blood already pouring out. Another F out the way connects. And Tatum's got that stop sign. Oh, and hits Kevin with it. Meanwhile, J-Dubble going right after Chase. And look at this. J-Dubble, dead calm. Dead calm delivered to the television champ. Oh, and look at that. That was a Uzumaki barrage out of nowhere, and a 3rd of a destroyer from Kevin Youngblood to Diaz Tatem. And now JT Money's in the ring. JT Money could be meeting his dream crusher. No! Oh my God! Hurricanronic reversal on the trash can. Holy hell! Now JT Money slapping Kevin with that table. And you see Tatum tweaking out. We got 10 seconds left. We all know this crazy bastard is ready to get into the ring. Alex Perez is the last member of Lionheart Combat Club. He's running down the ring. And Alex, now in the ring, all 4 members of Lionheart Combat Club. And look at this, Alex makes a beeline for Diaz Tatem. And Tatum not trying to deal with Alex's BS right now. Tatum tossing Perez over. And look at this. On one side of the ring, and Simmons got J-Dubble locked in. He's got him locked in. And J-Dubble taps. Matt Villainy gets J-Dubble to tap. Meanwhile, Tatum's got that stop sign, knocking down Alex Perez. Now on one side, you got Chase, Tatum, Simmons, and J-Dubble. Meanwhile, now Kevin joins the fray. But on the other side, you see Alex Perez taking on JT Money. And Alex and JT know that history. And JT Money looking to take Alex out, and he does! Money clip! Money clip connects. But of course, you can't go for a pin. You can only do damage here until the final member of Money Gang 8 shows up. And look at this! Kevin putting J-Dubble in a sharpshooter, and he lets him go. And the last member of Team Money Gang 8 shows up. It is the hired merc with no mouth, Solomon Stryker, who I still don't believe. I don't believe that's Solomon Stryker for one moment. And Solomon enters the ring. WARGAMES has begun. All 4 members of their team are in the ring. And we see a final draft. And look at this. Oh, Cousin Rada delivered. What a drop kick from Stryker. Again, folks, I'm going to try and call this, because this is insanity. JT Money put a stop sign to Simmons, and Simmons is eating those stop sign shots. Oh, but JT throws it at Alex Perez, and he goes dropped. Stryker going after the Kevin Youngblood. Kevin gets thrown out. Tatum trying to take out. Of course, this match has implications for both SCW Television Championships and the SCW Tag Team Championships. Meanwhile, you see JT Money has got Kevin up. Kevin with the reversal. I thought we were going to see a KCKO there. And now Kevin has got him up and over. Could be the Northern Lights Buster. And now Kevin's got JT Money all by his lonesome. But here comes Solomon Stryker. Stryker's over there trying to help out JT Money. Oh! Oh my God! Stryker throwing Bianca right at Kevin, and I think that busted Kevin open. And now Kevin, this time, he got him in the Dream Crusher. No cover. And look at this. And Liam Simmons beating the hell out of Diaz Tatem with that kendo stick. And Solomon Stryker connects with a draw kick. It is Perez and Youngblood taking on 3 members of Money Gang Inc. Solomon Stryker. Oh my God! Let's go DDT. We got a cover. No! Kevin breaks it up. And now, what the hell? Tatum. Where are we going? No, Tatum thought twice. Simmons laid out. Kevin laid out. And we got a cover. 1, 2. No! Kick out at 2. Hits on Perez. And we got another cover. 1, no. Kevin breaks that up. It is pandemonium, folks. Oh, we got a pinfall. No. Count out at 1. Broken up. Oh my God! German suplex in between the ropes. Delivered from Leo Simmons to Diaz Tatem. And now Simmons. Look at this. Lionheart goes for that Canadian destroyer. J-Dubble had it scouted. This is a crazy damn match, man. Bodies are everywhere. And oh, Simmons gets his head cracked by a kendo stick, and Tatum taking it to Kevin Youngblood. I think all 4 members of Lionheart Combat Club are in a bad way. All 3 members plus Leon Chase. Man. Chase taking on Striker. And I'm looking at the Hurricanrana DDT. We got to cover. Nope. Broken up. Now Simmons. German suplex. Wait. What the hell happened? I want to say somebody might have tapped out when it says Lionheart Combat Club. Picks up the victory. I would have to look at the damn replay as to what happened. This was insanity. Just seeing all the bodies. You see the Architect Slam, but it looks like Kevin had J-Dub in a submission, and J-Dub tapped out.
Here are your winners. The Blueprints, Leon Chase. The King of Old School, Kevin Youngblood. Hacksaw Leo Simmons. And Alex Red.
The LCC picks up the victory, and that was via tap out from J-Dub to Kevin Youngblood. Hell, that match was so crazy, I fucking missed it. Excuse my language, but this is an event. And we're past the YouTube laws for the cursing to keep going, so we're good. But it was kind of a blink and you missed it moment as J-Dub ended up tapping out. Replay shows the refs end up getting it. And now, Lionheart Combat Club gets a tag team title shot against Money Gang Inc. That is going to be a wild, wild match. And I know Reese Price is in the back, not too thrilled about what happened here tonight. But he can still bring home a victory as long as he retains his title against James Lee. But folks, we're going to keep this show on the road. Again, folks, thank you all for tuning in when you can. Coming up next is one of 2 main events of the evening, as we will see the SCW Women's World Championship on the line as Champagne Knight defends her title against EVE. This is number 2. One-on-one, as we know what the outcome was the last time these women met. But things could happen, things could change. But who knows? Folks, enough of that. Let's get down to the ring for our first main event of the evening.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the SCW Women's World Wrestling Championship.
Goddess is here. What may be her final shot at the SCW Women's World Championship. You gotta give it to EVE. She has turned around and has gone pretty much undefeated since her last loss against the SCW Women's World Champion. And EVE is trying to find a way to bring home that championship that she's wanted ever since she stepped in SCW. But the former warrior princess, now warrior goddess, is now could be at her final opportunity, because this one, we love to make video game references around here. She's now going up against the final boss. One can say on the level of Street Fighter Alpha 3's Bison. If you know, you know, and if you don't know, educate yourselves. Because Champagne Knight is that girl. And here, speaking of which, here comes the champ, the longest reigning SCW Women's World Champion, holding that title for a whopping 337 days. She has not lost that championship since she regained it back in September 6th of 2025 at Rumble in the Bronx. Folks, when I tell you, she is one of the most dominant wrestlers, not men, not women, wrestlers that we have had in this company. You will never be able to tell us different. There will be no one like Champagne Knight. As you see, she's dressed in Morgan attire, pretty much from any Darkstalkers game that dropped out. If you love fighting games like I do, you know that all too well. But there it is, folks. The Women's World Championship is on the line. Let's head down for ring inductions.
Introducing the challenger from Lagos, Nigeria, Goddess EVE. And her opponent from Las Vegas, Nevada, the SCW Women's World Wrestling Champion, Champagne Knight.
Of course, Champagne Knight, the longest reigning women's champion we have ever had in SCW. Three-time champ, looking to retain here tonight to keep that streak going. But will EVE have what it takes to defeat the final boss here tonight? And the bell is rung, and here we go, and both women coming straight at each other. EVE with the forearm and the moonsault. EVE's already pulling out lettuces, and now we got a cover. Early one. No, kick out at one. Champagne Knight not going to be defeated so easily. And EVE knows this. She knows what she has to do, because Champagne Knight will bring it to her. And it is one last call away from defeating and retaining her title. Or defeating EVE and retaining her SCW championship. And now the ref trying to break these two women up. And oh, EVE with a kick low. I think she's just trying to assert her dominance. And here comes Champagne Knight, but no, EVE with the reversal. Now EVE showing that strength and just drops Champagne all over the ring. Now Champagne Knight back into the ring, suckering. Look at her playing. I believe they're just playing mind games here. Now EVE got Champagne Knight up, but Champagne reverses. And oh, what a drop kick to the back of EVE. But now EVE's back on her feet. Again, EVE, I can only say that, oh, tosses Champagne out of the ring. I can say that this is quite evenly matched. Both women are strong and athletic, but Champagne Knight is on a different level when it comes to that SCW Women's Championship. And here we go, forearm shots delivered from Champagne Knight on the outside. Now Champagne trying to throw EVE, but EVE, oh! Reversing and throwing Champagne Knight into the turnbuckle post. Or ring post, excuse me. Now Champagne just throwing EVE onto the outside. We got all that room out there because the Spanish announce table is out on the arena. And now you see EVE and Champagne on the outside. And EVE with a clothesline. Ref's count is up to 5. This is just a 10 count, folks. EVE throwing Champagne back in the ring. She's gonna want to defeat her in the ring because obviously she cannot win that SCW Women's Championship on a countout. Now Champagne bringing the heat with the knees to the chest of EVE. And now EVE, out of nowhere, that Hurricane Rana into the punches. And Champagne just shoves EVE off her. And now EVE's trying to go for a cover. No, not even a 1 count. Like I said, EVE can't even believe it. It's gonna take more than that to get Champagne Knight out of here and become SCW Women's World Champion. Now EVE misses. Champagne gets out of the way. Now Champagne with a full shot of her own, knocking EVE down. Look at the leg drop. And EVE, another leg drop. Vintage Champagne Knight. Now Champagne just trying to take EVE out of her game. Oh, look at the big boot with those high heels on. Damn near could have taken out an eye. And just EVE wisely rolling out to the outside, but Champagne gives chase, and now EVE, another clothesline, taking EVE out. Or, excuse me, EVE taking out Champagne. Now EVE's wailing away Champagne Knight. These two are just going to war here tonight. No pun intended, all things considered. Is Champagne throwing EVE back in the ring. Champagne getting clubbed to the back from EVE. EVE sending Champagne to the ropes, and Champagne reverses. Now Champagne dragging EVE to the ropes. Champagne's unloading on EVE, but EVE tossing Champagne on the outside again. I mean, you gotta give it to EVE. She might have a strategy out here, trying to take Champagne out and dribbling our champion, her head off the ground. Ref starts his count back at 1. EVE knows she cannot win this title via countout. Now EVE's trying to tell Champagne to get on her feet. What the hell EVE's thinking? EVE, oh my God, EVE with a moonsault! I ain't never seen her do nothing like this before. Champagne unfazed by it. And now Champagne looking to be popping bottles. Can she hit it? No! EVE rolls out of the way. And now EVE trying to take Champagne. He's got her up again. Oh, and just tosses her on the ground. On the outside. Champagne reverses, going right after the leg of EVE. Now EVE fighting back. Ref's count is up to 5. What a neck breaker from EVE. Ref's count is up to 6. She's got to get Champagne Knight back in the ring, or Champagne can get back in the ring. Ref's count is up to 7. And there's EVE back in the ring, getting thrown back in by Champagne Knight. Champagne got EVE up. She could be setting up. Let's go! This is how she retained, and we got a cover. 1, 2, kick out at 2. Champagne Knight has retained her women's championship so many times with that last call. Now she's feeling it with the repeating clotheslines, and now she catches her with that calf kick. When she last fought EVE, she retained, big boot! She retained that world championship with the Nightfall DDT. But now, can Champagne's looking to still pop those bottles. And EVE still gets out of the way. Now Champagne trying to take out EVE's leg. Of course, if EVE ain't got no legs, she can't get all of that spear. What a springboard forearm from Champagne Knight. Now Champagne again, going right after the leg. What a strategy for Champagne Knight. This is why she's the champ, folks. Now Champagne with a twisting leg drop. Now Champagne back in the top rope. Champagne Knight on the top rope. Oh, trying to go for the meteora. EVE gets out of the way. Now EVE sending Champagne Knight to the rope. Oh, spear! Spear! Spear out of nowhere! We got a cover! 1, 2, 3! Holy shit, she did it! EVE is your new women's champion! Oh my god! It just took the one spear! It's like Casey, the mighty Casey, has struck out, but it is now official. We have a new women's world champion. And Champagne Knight, out of nowhere, take it to EVE, but out of nowhere catches that spear. And I didn't think she had enough leg strength to go for it, but she hit it, and that was enough to put Champagne Knight away for the 1, 2, 3. Holy mother!
Here is your winner, and new SCW Women's World Wrestling Champion, Goddess EVE.
EVE has defeated the final boss, and she can now put her name in the stat books as your new SCW Women's World Champion. I never thought I would see the day that Champagne Knight would lose that SCW Women's World Championship. Many have tried, a lot have failed, including EVE herself. But when you have a will, there is a way. Congratulations to the Warrior Goddess, EVE, on her title victory. Man, oh man, what a time, man. This has been a great show so far, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in when you can. And man, I'm just happy to bring this to you and just keep it going. And folks, that is incredible. Those two women have been pioneers for the women's division since we started it all those years ago, with EVE being one of the first women here, first women pillars of SCW. And now EVE finally gets a chance to call herself champion after so long of that belt eluding her. But not to forget about her. What a hell of a ride for Champagne Knight. 336 days as world champion. Something that we haven't seen in SCW since the day of Russ Snow. If you know, you know. If you don't, you just had to be there. Folks, it has been a time. But now it's definitely time for our main event of the evening. You want to talk about rematches? This one is another one that we are looking forward to, as Reese Price, Big Wave himself, defends that SCW championship against the main event must-see TV primetime James Lee one-on-one. The last time these two met, we had outside interference from the newest member of Money Gang Inc., J-Dubble. But our beloved GM, Ian Jacobs, has made a decree that if anyone interrupts this match tonight, they would be fired from SCW. No ifs, ands, or buts. We will now get to see if Reese Price can actually defeat an opponent without any outside interference since the formation of Money Gang Inc. Folks, that is enough for me talking. Let's head down to the ring for our second main event.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the SCW World Wrestling Championship.
There's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die, never die.
There he is. Prime time means the most to a lot of the people here in SCW, especially the fans. But this man coming down the ring, he has been trying to refine himself ever since he won the SCW Ascension Ladder match back in December of 2025. James Lee has had all the potential in the world, but some felt he peaked a little too early. And now, having found his smile again, he is back here where he belongs, at the top of the mountain. But he has got a steep mountain to climb in the SCW World Champion, whom he is really familiar with, and had some choice words for the champion when they both met in the ring last week on Showdown. Speaking of champion, you see he's dressed in his Scott Norton attire. Draped over his shoulder is that SCW World Championship. And of course, in his opposite hand is the SCW Tag Team Championship, which he will have to defend at a later date against members of the Lionheart Combat Club. But now his biggest concern is to make sure he keeps the SCW World Championship in the House of Money Gang. But the criticism out on Reese Price is he states that he's a man of his word, only for his word not to mean anything, because this man has found ways to keep that title around his waist by having outside interference for Money Gang Inc. But now, no one from Money Gang or no one in SCW period is allowed to come down to this ring without fear of losing their job. Meaning that this match is finally going to be the one-on-one match that we've hoped. And folks, our second main event of the evening is for the SCW World Championship. Let's head down the ring for ring introductions.
Introducing the challenger from Houston, Texas, weighing in at 247 pounds, Primetime James Lee! And his opponent from Biloxi, Mississippi, weighing in at 327 pounds, the SCW World Wrestling Champion and one half of the SCW Tag Team Champions, Big Wade Reese Price.
There it is, folks. That is what it's all about, the World Championship. Of course, James Lee is focused, and Reese Price looking to prove a point here tonight. Both these men, and here we go. Oh, what a big boot. James Lee rushes. James Lee rushes the champ only to get met with a boot. And of course, the champ is taking advantage of that. And now James Lee with a roll up. You gotta come, no, kick out. But look at this, Reese Price. We won! No! James Lee finds a way out of it. And now these two men, and look at this. Reese Price tries to rush at James Lee, and James Lee tried to go for a clothesline there, misses. And now, James Lee with the reversal. And oh! Look at that! Snap suplex. And James Lee taking it to Reese Price. And now James getting set up to the ode to D-Lo. And that makes its mark. Reese Price, of course, showing the strength by pushing James Lee over to those ropes. And now James Lee. Oh wait, Reese Price picking up James Lee in a powerbomb position. And Reese, no, changes it over. Oh, snake eyes onto the ropes. Meanwhile, James Lee pushing. Oh, look at the senton from James Lee. James Lee's got to be quick with his strikes. We know James Lee has the opportunity of a lifetime here to become two-time SCW World Champion. And James, blockbuster hits! And another senton! James knows, and we got a cover, wait. One, no, kick out at one. James Lee said himself that he knows he can beat Reese Price, and especially now that no one is allowed to come out to the arena, James Lee is 100% thinking that he can take out Price, but Price with a roll-up, one, no, and now James with reversal, one, now Price, one, James, one, Price again, one, no, not even one, and now, and look at the reversal, reversal. It's like super from Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And now James Lee with those clotheslines. And Reese Price in a corner. And now James thinking about it twice. Try to go for it. No! Try to go for the measuring stick. And Reese Price had that scouted. Price sending James Lee to the ropes. Drop down. And look at this. No! James Lee reverses. Elbows to the back of the head to the champ. Now, Reese Price throwing James over the top rope. And now Price, but no, James with a reverse forearm. Only to meet Price's fist, clubbing fist. Now Reese stomping on the chest of James Lee. And now Price looking to lay more damage to James Lee. And now we got a cover after the 1, 2, no, just a one count. Quick cover after the snake eyes in the corner. And Reese Price, oh, scraping the eye. James Lee there. Now Price with the knees to the chest. Hammering away on James Lee. Now Price to the second rope, telling James Lee to get up on his feet. What the hell does Price think he's doing up there? And Price with a shoulder tackle. Price stomping on the leg of James Lee. Trying to just stomp on the midsection of James and walking it dry. James quick to get up. And Reese trying to go for a shoulder check. And no! James with a with a forearm shot. And now James stepping on my hand and arm of Reese Price. Now both men are back up. And James showing that strength, and what a backbreaker from James Lee. James feeling it, telling Reese Price to get up on his feet. Oh, top shelf! And we got a cover. 1, 2, no! Kick out at 2. Top shelf wasn't enough to put away big Reese Price. Reese Price in the corner. No, but meets that elbow. Just James, and now Price slamming James in the corner and tossing him to the side. Now Price on the second rope. Again, it hits a headbutt. That connects to the daze James Lee a bit as James wisely rolls out to the ring, but Price gives chase. Now Price just trapping the arms of James Lee and just forearm shots to the back of the head. My God. Rest count starts. And now Reese Price got James Lee up. Oh my God. Is that running? Powerbomb. My God. He hits it on the outside. James Lee could be out. It's Price throwing James Lee back into the ring. Price going for the cover. 1, 2, we gotta retain, no! 2.999, James Lee finds a way to get up. And now Price gets reversed with a jawbreaker. James Lee going for something else, but Price belly to belly. Here's Price stomping on James, and Price going for low tide! Low tide! If you can remember, this is how he defeated James Lee in his first debut in SCW. 1, 2, no! In his first singles match in SCW, he defeated James Lee with that low tide. And now, Reese Price on the top rope, could be going biggest, moves on, no! Reversal, reversal, James Lee hits! Oh, but no, Reese Price with a big boot. Reese Price trying to keep James Lee down. Price could be going for that powerbomb, but no! James Lee reverses! James Lee, out! Taking out the neck. Reese Price, James Lee going up to the top rope. Oh, TZ hits! Touch the sky! Touch the sky, we got a cover! Wait! 1, 2, 3! He did it! He did it! Touch the sky, we have a new SCW World Champion. James Lee finally does it. He defeats Reese Price, getting his SCW World Championship back for the second time. Man, oh man. I know the saxophone is playing loud for Money Gang Inc. As you see, picking up the 1, 2, 3 for James Lee.
Here is your winner, and new SCW World Wrestling Champion,
James Lee finally defeats the man who has been giving him problems, but he comes through on his promise. He is now your 2-time SCW Men's World Champion. Congratulations to him. And folks, thank you all for tuning in to SCW Civil War 2026. We appreciate you guys. We will see you next week here on this channel. You guys take care of yourselves. That's J Omega! What the hell? We hadn't seen J Omega in months! J Omega's eyeing that SCW World Championship. What the hell? Omega taking out James Lee!